Non-essential businesses can reopen in the US state of Georgia today, despite a stay-at-home order remaining in effect. Tattoo parlours, gyms and retail stores have the green light to open their doors, while bars and restaurants will have to wait until Monday to allow customers to dine in. President Donald Trump initially said he disagreed with the decision, despite his eagerness to restart the US economy. The US president also made some suggestions about potential treatments for the virus. Speaking at the White House, Donald Trump appeared to give some unusual medical advice.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting.
Get the right folks who could.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that.
Well, let's go to Los Angeles to speak to our reporter, Phil Lavelle. Phil, thanks very much. Some quite bold claims made by the president there publicly. Did scientists on the White House Corona Task Force back up the claims made by the president?
In a word, Rosie, no, far from it, in fact. This was a bizarre statement. I mean, we often hear these things said during these press briefings where you can see the journalists thinking, did I just hear that correctly? This was definitely one of those where the president appeared to suggest injecting bleach. Now, let me just put this into context for you. He didn't just say this randomly. He was referring to some research that had been conducted by the Department for Homeland Security looking at what kills the virus. And it has been suggested in this study that the virus can be killed by light, by heat. It will be killed by bleach within a matter of minutes, alcohol within a matter of seconds. But this study needs more work. The experts have said it needs more research. It's not conclusive. Nevertheless, the president, the vice president, Mike Pence, who is leading the coronavirus task force, have both lent quite heavily on this. So we saw the president initially talking about introducing light to people, shining UV light, potentially getting the light into the body, and then going on to talk about whether or not you could inject bleach. Now, Dr. Deborah Birx, who is the woman who you will remember, she appears next to the president on a daily basis as he gives these briefings, a very experienced lady. She was caught off camera. She was sitting to the side. There was a camera watching her. She didn't quite put her head in her hands, but you could tell by the look on her face that she was thinking, this doesn't sound right to me. And then, of course, we've had the aftermath over the subsequent hours where various experts have been taking to airways, doctors saying, do not listen to what Donald Trump has said. Do not drink bleach. Do not inject yourselves with disinfectant. This will not save you from coronavirus. In fact, it could kill you. And you really don't want to be going to hospital right now when the hospitals here are already overloaded.
Phil Lavelle, thank you very much, our reporter in Los Angeles.